holidays, while we can't be physically here cooking at the Historical Society, we still wanted to bring you some recipes from our collection so that you could try them at home. We are bringing you a gingersnap gingerbread recipe from Miss Beecher's Housekeeper and Healthkeeper, which is a book that was published in 1874 and is still published today in different editions. You can see this not only online, it'll be linked in our description for you. You can see a physical version of it in the William Henry Smith Memorial Library. Just ask our reference team. So, this is a very easy recipe, and much like all historic recipes, it's a little bit of guesswork. What we are making today is the gingersnap cookie, which also contains a lot of similar ingredients from the gingerbread, as you'll see in the list of ingredients. As with all historic recipes, there's a little bit of guesswork involved and a little bit of digging in to see what it actually means. So I'll read off our recipe for us. We've got 1 cup of butter, 2 cups of sugar or molasses, 1 cup of water, 1 tablespoonful of ginger, 1 heaping teaspoonful of cinnamon and 1 of cloves, 1 teaspoonful of soda dissolved in a small cup of hot water. Mix and add flour, who knows how much. Roll and cut in small round cakes. How long do you bake it for? We're gonna test that out together, right? So let's get started. We've got our 1 cup of butter, and we're just gonna mix everything all in one. We're gonna add our molasses. Now, you could do half and half, and you could do half molasses, half sugar, but you may not get as strong of a color with that gingerbread. So we're gonna just dump all of our molasses in. A 16 fluid ounce tub of it that you can get from the store roughly equals 2 cups of the molasses that they require. So we pour all of that in. Pour in our water. Do our heaping tablespoon of ginger. Our 1 teaspoonful heaping of our cloves. And our gingerbread. Now, because it's a gingerbread recipe and I'm a fan of gingerbread, we're gonna do an extra heaping to balance out that molasses a little bit more. All right, now we're gonna get to our fun science experiment, which is the part that terrifies me. When I first made this recipe, I didn't realize how much it was going to explode on me and expand. But when you add dissolved baking soda in water and then add it to a water molasses mixture, it kind of grows on you and grows on you very, very quickly. So we're gonna have fun here. While our water warms up, we're gonna go on ahead and measure our 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Now the recipe also says dissolve it in a small cup. Does that mean a cup of hot water? Does it mean a small receptacle that is like a cup? I chose to interpret it as a small receptacle. We'll see if I am mistaken. I don't know if you can hear how much that bubbles already. All right. For those of us who aren't science kids, it is kind of fun when we do cooking and it's like a science experiment. All right, so now the magic begins. You just dump that in and you can start to see it bubbling up already. It's getting thicker, and the moment we start adding our flour, it expands very quickly. So when I made this as a test, I used around 7 cups of flour. I'm not even going to count this time. I'm gonna say probably around 7 cups when it's all said and done. Especially since we have to get a thick dough and there's so much water in there to start off with. We are still, as you can see, very runny. So, nowhere near. This is a perfect recipe if you love the smell of molasses. If you are like me and you don't love the smell of molasses, this is my least favorite recipe I've made. But the end product does taste pretty good, even if you're not a molasses fan. So at this point, it's gonna stay sticky. Is it meant to? Who knows? We're gonna start rolling it out onto some flour to try to help with some of that stickiness. Does roll out pretty. So once you've got your dough turned out, you're gonna roll it out. Again, I added some more flour to try and help with some of that stickiness as we're rolling. You can always brush that off. You're gonna grab your cookie cutter, and you're just gonna start cutting out your cookies. Cut out as many as you'd like. We'll just do some fun shots here of dough being cut. You don't want them too thick, or they'll end up being a little bit too cakey when they bake. They also don't expand much, and so you can feel free to stick them fairly close together on your pan. So we baked our cookies in an oven. I decided 350 degrees, and we baked it for around 10 minutes. As you can see, one of our edges got a little crisp, so guesstimate maybe 8 to 10 minutes, depending upon your oven. We've let them cool for just a moment. You can see they have a nice little rise to them. And then we're gonna decorate. You can use any cookie icing, you can make your own icing, but I think it's what really makes them feel Christmas and holiday to me. So we're gonna start. And I am not that great of a decorator, so we're gonna do nice and easy spirals. And just like that, we have our own historic gingersnap gingerbread cookies for the holidays. Happy holidays, everyone. Stay safe.